Hey there, everyone. Yes, I'm Sharon Little. Welcome. I'm one of the grads of the Music for People program, and I am really happy to introduce Liz Lulu, who has just taken over the social media newsletter writing part of our marketing section. And before I let her talk, I'm going to say, hey, we got another Canadian. Both of us are Canadian, and both of us are bass players. So that's a good thing.
That's
So
right.
I want to welcome you, Liz. Welcome to the team. And let's just, we've all got marketing background. That's all good. But what I'm really curious about is how did you get to MFP and what brought you there, and what's this doing for you? So
Oh,
introduce
wow.
yourself, my friend.
Well, first of all, I am so excited to be part of the MFP marketing team. And I feel like so I found MFP. Actually, I discovered it through Jim Oshinsky, who I met at a Victor Wooten base camp. So we were bass players, and he was telling me how a lot of the principles that we were learning at this Victor Wooten camp was very similar to the MFP principles. A lot of stuff with the improvisation and there are no wrong notes, all of that stuff. So and he the just his passion about how he would talk about music for people, I was like, okay, I got to check this out. So I got home and he kept in contact by email. And every year he would send me an email, but every year I couldn't make it out because I had a busy travel schedule for my work, and every single year I always looked into it, and I'm like, oh, I really got to do this, really got to do this, and the dates just never worked out for me. And then finally, last year, pandemic, 2020.
Ta-da!
And guess what? I wasn't traveling anymore. So, what ended up happening was I joined, again, Jim kindly continued to send me out the information. And I finally signed up for the virtual Art of Improvisation weekend. And I was completely blown away by that weekend. It's just everything that I learned. I was blown away by the community. I was blown away by the instructors and how, as somebody, because my background is in learning and development, and I've done a lot of training and a lot of virtual training, but I was actually really blown away at how engaging the program was. And so after that weekend, I decided to take the plunge and I signed on for the Music for People Level 1 musicianship and leadership program.
Awesome. So you are
Yeah.
finishing up level one, and you just had your first live. You were just first live in person of your very first time up in Montreal a few weeks
That's
ago. So
right.
that would have
That's
been,
right.
and whereas my thing goes back to 1996 when I went in the program. I was, we were just talking. I was driving 4 weekends a year, four times a
Wow.
year, 4 years down to the States and back, and before virtual was possible.
I
Yes.
think that if I had listened to Jim that first year and just gone, I probably would have been a long time
Yeah.
member. But you know what? It's never too late. I am so happy to be part of the community, and I'm so happy to find my new tribe.
Awesome. Well, we are so happy to have you. And I see you've got a few other instruments in there. I know you're an electric bass player. I I'm upright first and electric second, but I see you've got some keyboards too. So
I
you've been nabbed by the Music for People, buy all kinds of instruments bug, haven't you?
Yeah, it's too bad it's really dark back there, but I do have my keyboards here, cello, guitar is also like I've actually played guitar for a few bands as well. But this actually is something new to me. So actually, I play a little bit of piano, but I bought this with a DAW recording through because I had signed up for the Collab Lab that was part of the Art of Improvisation session. So that was where we could go online and virtually collaborate with other musicians. And I got so hooked on that, I had to buy the equipment just so that I could. So what I'm really, really into recording right now,
And this
and
is fantastic.
super excited.
David
Yeah.
would be so thrilled with this because one of the things I still remember back from the early 90s when I very,
Mhm.
very first started was David would say, go make a CD, go make a CD. And so we are now, because of all of this, we're able to do that.
Well,
Okay, so everyone, so this is just a fast introduction so you know where all of this is coming from. Liz has joined the team, so now we have myself, Sharon Little, Jan Hiddle, Liz Lulu. It's Hiddle, Little, and Lulu. As and we'll be seeing you online, just so you know who we are. Liz, thanks for taking the time, and we'll be seeing you all. So, last little piece. October 15th to 17th, Luminosa, we have our very first in-person event since March 2020, since before that 2020. And all of the information is online. Liz will be sending out another, well, in this newsletter, and it'll be online. Please get registered. Early bird registration is September 30th is the deadline for that. And we will be closing off registrations, I think it's October 7th, just because, so that we can make the plans, so we know the space, we know who's coming, we have a little sanity, and we're not
so
trying
yeah,
the last minute.
get signed up for it. I can honestly say that in the short while that I've done virtual with Music for People, and I was able to attend my first live event, that it is absolutely life changing, and I mean that in every way. So sign up for the October session.
And there is
Seriously,
nothing like live. With that,
that's
Liz,
right.
thank you very much. Have a great
Right.
evening, and
All
we
right.
will talk to you later. Okay,
Thank you, Sharon.
bye.
Bye.
Okay.